The P-51 Mustang is regarded by most as the greatest US fighter plane from World War II, equipped with a V12 Rolls-Royce Merlin engine of 1,500 horsepower, a max speed of over 400 miles per hour, 6 M2 Browning 50 caliber machine guns, the ability to carry over 1,000 pounds of bombs, and a max range of 1,000 miles. Yeah, I think I can understand why some people might say that. Hello everybody, welcome to BrickVault. Today I get to show you guys 3 different P-51 Mustangs from the designer Chris Bino. Technically these are based on the P-51D Mustang design, most commonly seen in World War II, but that's not important now. What's important now is that the plane is built to minifig scale, it's got a ton of details, and it's excellent for swooshing. Before I jump into the finer points of the model though, first I do want to say that if you wanted to build any of these planes for yourself, the instructions can be found at our web store, www.brickvault.toys. Included with each purchase are the PDF step-by-step building guides, a digital parts list for quickly uploading and ordering all the pieces you'll need to make that order online, and in the case of the Mustangs here, there's also a PDF graphic included if you wanted to print out some details onto sticker paper for adding a little bit more oomph to the models. Buying instructions is a great way to help support what we do here at the channel, and it's also an excellent way to support the builders that we work with, like Chris Bino. Now, starting with the physical dimensions of the model, it is 12.5 inches long, 32 centimeters, 14 inches wide, 36 centimeters, and 6¼ inches high, 16 centimeters. Each of these planes is colored and named after real P-51s. The yellow nose with the wing stripes is Miss Candy. Those stripes reflect pretty closely to the common D-Day markings. The blue nose is named Sweet and Lovely. Both of them currently are privately owned and live on to this day. The last one with the checkered nose and red highlights is Big Beautiful Doll. There is some well-documented history to this particular plane and its pilot. Needless to say, the P-51 has had quite a lot of paint jobs throughout its service career, and these are just a couple of nice examples. Because these builds are so incredibly robust, I'm going to show you guys their details and movable features as I handle them, so let's start off with Miss Candy. The stripe detailing for the wings is brick built in there. It's a pretty consistent look through the front and top. Of course, I'm looking at the plane through my camera screen, so let's see if I can get the propeller on the first try when I swing my finger. Oh, there we go. It spins pretty easily. Sometimes propellers have that weird little wobble and it stops spinning after a second or two, but that is not the case. The connection is really solid, and the propeller blades themselves are ratcheted into place and offset ever so slightly. Moving over to the cockpit, the windscreen folds up pretty easily, and the pilot can be removed just as easily as well. Technically, he doesn't stud in there, but he fits in decently snug, so you won't see him wobbling around on the inside. There are 2 different 1x2 printed panel pieces to show just a little bit of interior detailing there, and the designer left plenty of space in the cockpit for getting the minifigure back in place very easily. There's no weird little catches or things you'll have to move out of the way. Now moving closer, you can see just some more printed detail, some of those stickers that we've added. There's some more brick-built stripes on the back. Also, you can see we cut pretty close to the sticker detailing there for the other side of the wing. And let's turn the whole model upside down, because here is the next movable feature. The landing gear folds into place with some nice spring tension piston pieces. And looking at the model head-on, it's pretty darn flush. You can't see the wheels at all. And those spring-loaded pistons have a lot of tension, which is great. They really pop out from the bottom of the wings, which is a fun, almost play feature. And while we're underneath Big Beautiful Doll, this is a closer look at that belly scoop. It's used to cool down the radiator, I believe. And underneath the tail, you can also see the rear wheel, as well as a good look for some of those building techniques from the designer. Flipping this model back over, you're gonna get some closer looks at some of the sticker detailing, some of the build detailing. I especially like the checkered brick-built design for the front of the nose. The propeller spins just as well as the last model. And I didn't mention it before or show it off with the last build, but you can roll this plane around no problem. The wheels are perfectly functional, and this whole thing is very, very swooshable. This is probably the most easy to handle model that I think has ever been put up in the web store. There is no part of this build that feels delicate or strange. I've yet to break anything off of any of these planes while handling it, and you can pick it up from basically anywhere you'd like. I have yet to feel any bending, bowing, wobbling, or creaking. Taking a look at Sweet and Lovely real quick, I feel like I've shown you a lot of the main features of any of these planes. This is just giving you guys a closer look at this particular color combination. In general, I like how the main design details are very easy for you to see. You can see the 3 openings on either side of the wing with those inkwell pieces that represent the M2 Browning machine guns. And there's just something a little bit more accessible and playable to this model than I'm normally used to while handling it. And that is basically it for all of the main features of this model, or these 3 different models. I know doing a World War II era plane kind of opens us up to, I know, a lot of suggestions from you guys in the comments about other types of models to do in the future. Of course, we are open to any types of suggestions, so feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. Something tells me it's still just going to be a bunch of Star Wars stuff, but hey, new ideas are always welcome. If you did want to build any of these Mustangs for yourself, the instructions can be found at our web store, www.brickvault.toys. These models in particular are a little bit quicker and easier to put together than I think the average custom build, and certainly a lot stronger than the average one as well. I'd say this is about as strong as any regular playable Lego set. Anyways, thanks so much for sticking around to the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed. Feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe, or share the video. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time at BrickVault.